My dear children, I prepared this model paper for you for this exam. This paper is based for paper 2 document production. Let's go through the paper. You're going to edit a document for Tawara Agriculture College. The college uses the corporate house style. All its documents. Using the suitable software, open the file and J2422info.rtf. Don't worry about this J2422. Basically, this is a kind of a sample paper which I have created using some past papers. So you will receive this RTF file along with this video. Okay. Using the suitable software, open the J2422 RTF. The page setup is set to A4 portable orientation with 2 centimeter margin. Do not make any changes to these settings. Let's open this file. Right. So this is J2422 info, which is in rich text file format. Hope everyone can see this is in rich text file format. So this is what we want to open in Word document. So I can right click, go to open with, and click on Word. Right. So this is open in Word document. So using a suitable software, open files, we did open. The page setup is set to A4 portrait orientation with 2 centimeters. So remember one thing, before checking everything, let's go to the bottom, right? Save the document in your work area with the file name pamphlet, right? First we'll save the document. Always start working with saving the document. Okay. Let's go to file, go to save as, and go to your working folder and save it as pamphlet. And make sure to change this to save as type to Word document. Now save the document. You will get this message. Click OK. So it is asking to upgrade this file to the newest file format, the Word format. This is why this message is appearing here. Click OK. Okay. At the top, you can see in the title bar that it is saved with pamphlet. So make sure it is saved with the format, the software you are using, that is in Word format. So we did it. That's fine. Now let's go up. The page setup is set to A4, portrait orientation with 2 centimeters margin. And we were asked not to change any of these settings. Let's go and check whether it is A4 portrait and the 2 centimeter margins. So this is document. You go to the layout and check the file size. There you can see it is set to A4, fine. Orientation is set to portrait, that is also fine. And one more thing, that if you don't see this ruler in centimeters, so you can, first of all, you have to set up the unit of measure, the ruler measurement into centimeters. If that is showing in centimeters, that is fine. If that is not in centimeters, you can see over here, even in the layout, the left, right, all these things are in centimeters, right? So if you click over here, the page setup icon, you should get this one, page setup. When you over here, if you don't see this in centimeters, maybe in inches, right? Then first of all, uh, go and change the unit of measure. But usually this is not changing. It is coming as it is. There's no worry, not to worry about this. However, I will show you how to change the ruler. Go to files. At the bottom, you can find the option. There you can click on this advanced and scroll it down until you see this display heading. Yeah, you can see the display heading over here. Under this, show measurement in unit of, right? You change it to centimeters. That's all you have to do. Click OK. And the other thing is, if you don't see these rulers, vertical and the horizontal rulers, then you come over here, view, click on the view tab. There you can find the ruler. So you put a tick over there, right? When you put a tick there, the ruler will be visible on the screen. Right. Now let's go back to the layout. Let me click on this page setup. Over here, you can see everything is set to 2 centimeter margin. And the portrait, it is set to portrait. Click on the paper. There you can see it is set to F. So everything is fine. This is what we were asked to check. We have nothing to change over there. So this is okay, make change. Okay, the paragraph styles have already been created and adapted. Do not make any changes. So we are not going to do any changes to this paragraphs or anything, right? So these are already set with these styles which is given, right? Then the place in your evidence document, screenshot to show this file has been saved, right? Make sure there is evidence of the file type, right? For that, let me open an evidence document. For this exercise, I am going to create evidence document. But at the exam, you will be getting this evidence document. But remember, paper 3.2, you will have to create your evidence document. But paper 2.2, you will get the evidence document. So I will be creating the evidence document and save it with evidence. Wait. The index number. Right, let me open. In the header, I am going to place it. To the left side. Your name, center number, and the index number. Whatever you can use to write. I go to header and footer and click close. So I'm there. Let me see the question. That is question number 1. Make sure there is evidence of file type. You have to save the file types. That is step 1 in this question, right? Always you have to refer to the question number. Let me go to the folder. So this is my folder. Make sure before you take in the screenshot, right, you can little bit reduce this. And this is the most important part. This is what the question paper says, right? This is what we make sure that the evidence of the file type, right? File type has to be clearly visible, right? In this one, the file type is not clearly visible. So make sure you expand it so the file type is clearly visible, right? So ideally you take the screenshot. Let me open the snipping tool. So I'm going to take the snipping. This right. Let me place this in the evidence document. Fine. Always before you leaving from the page, the document, make sure to click on the save. Let's move to the next one. Place right align in the header of the pamphlet document, the text, information updated by. It is right aligned. It has to be right aligned of the document pamphlet, information updated by, followed by a space, then your name, center number, and the candidate number. Right. Place right align in the footer, automated page number. Let's go to the document. Okay. So you can go to insert, header. So since this is only one, anyway, I will follow the method, right? Ideally, you get a blank 3-column and it says it has to be right align, okay? Right align over here, you type information updated by. Colon, a space, colon, space. Yeah, I have a space. Then the name, center number, and the candidate number, right? Your name, center number, LK153, or whatever the center number, right? And the candidate number. This should not go for the 3 lines, right? So you delete other things. Okay. Since this is a little bit lengthy, I think you better let me delete everything. Let me close. So ideally, since there's no any other changes to the header, only this one you have to type. So ideally, without taking the insert header and the labels, you simply double click on the header. See the cursor is blinking on the left side. You go to the home and click on the right align. Now your name, so it has to be information updated by first. Information updated by colon space, your name, LK153 and 068. Right. Now this is fine. Always remember this should not go for the 2 lines. Right. If there is going for 2 lines, you click the bring the cursor over your hand, press the backspace and delete some spaces to the left side. Fine. Now let me close. Right. Place right align in the footer, automated page number. Footer, automated page number. That is right aligned in the footer, automated page number. So let's go to the bottom of the page. So you can double click. It is right aligned. Go to home. Click on the right. Now come to the header and footer. Okay. And okay. Over here, you can find page numbers. Click on the page number. You go to the current position. When you say current position, it will load over here where the cursor is blinking. Right? Go to the current position. So I would like to use this page 1 of 1, or you can simply use page 1, right? Plain number. So both are correct. Okay. Let me close this. Fine. Page. Always save the document. So make sure that the header and the footer are aligned to the right margin of the page. Okay, look at this. So it is properly aligned header. And if you go to the numbers, that is also properly aligned to the right margin. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer areas. So there are no other placeholders, no any other text. Make sure everything has to be removed. Header and footer area displayed on all pages. So that is also fine. Select the paragraph starting with, our global population is increasing, and move it to after the paragraph ending with. So we were asked to select a paragraph and move it into a different place. Let's first of all find where is this paragraph, right? If you can locate the paragraph by looking at it, fine, or else press Ctrl F, right? And type the text over here. Type the text, that is, our global population is increasing. You type over here, then you can find the paragraph. So this is the paragraph, right? So bring the cursor to the beginning and highlight the text, and do right click and cut. Okay, cut. And it has to go down to after the paragraph ending with students to discounts or additional. Students to discounts or additional. So let me type here. Students to discount. Let me see whether students to discounts. Over here, students to discount or additional privileges. Keep the cursor here and press enter. And now you can paste it. Okay. Either you can go to the home tab and click on paste. Fine. So now the paragraph has come over here. Right. Let me close this. And remember one thing, you have to go up and check whether there's additional line. So I can see this additional space. Let's click over here and press delete. So the additional space will be removed. Always save the document. All right. So this part is also done. The next one is select the subheading educational facilities and following text up to end, including the paragraph ending or additional privileges, right? So it is starting from here. Again, I'm going to find up to here. So I start with what we were asked to do is change the page layout so that only this text is displayed in two columns of equal width on a center space between them. Right, we have to make it a two column. So let's start highlighting from here. I click here and start highlighting, selecting the text up to the educational facilities. Right, let's go to the layout. Before that, let me close this. Layout, go to columns. Never click on this two option here. You go to the more option, more columns, and click on this two. And it says 1 centimeter. Right, it says 1 centimeter. So I'm going to make it 1 centimeter. Right, 1 centimeter. And it says it is asking us to draw a line between these two rows. So remember, this is the place where you have to put a tick. Simply you have to put a tick, that line will be automatically drawn. And make sure that equal column width is ticked, enable. So the columns are equally distributed. Now let's click OK. Great. Paragraph, then change the paragraph layout so that the equal width of 1 centimeter, which is done, and draw a line between these two columns. And all these things now we have completed. Let's move to the question number 5. Always save the document. The next one is the text subhead paragraph style has already been created, then applied to 4 subheadings. Modify the text subhead style so only the following formatting is applied. Right. So we have to modify this. Let's go to, and one thing to remember, make sure when you are doing modification or addition of any styles, right, make sure where the cursor is blinking. And it clearly says the paragraph style, it is for the paragraph uh, text subhead. Paragraph style has already been created, right? Text subhead. Let's click on this subheading, go to Home tab. Then you can see the text subhead is enabling. If you click somewhere on the paragraph, it is text body. So what we are going to modify is text subhead. Therefore, click any of this subheading. So we know the cursor is on the subheading. Now go to right click on this and modify. Right. 1 second. So I didn't convert this into a PDF. First of all, let me convert it to a PDF. This is not part of the exercise, just I'm converting this question paper into a PDF so that it will be easy for me to review each and every time. Right. Now let's continue our work. We are here. Let's right click, modify. Now let me check the text subhead. Font style has to be serif. Right? Serif mean Times New Roman. Right? So we have to change it to Times New Roman. The font size is 16 point. This is 11 point. Let's make it to 16 point. And alignment is center. Make it to center. Center, bold, italic. It has to be bold, italic. You remove the underline. Line space is single. Let's go to format. Click on the paragraph. Line spacing is single. That's perfect. Space before and space after. Space before 0, space after 3. space before 0, space after. It has to be, let me delete 0 and type 3. Okay, type 3 and let me click OK. Right, we delete and take screenshot evidence to show that you have modified the text subject style and the settings. So first of all, you click OK, right? So you can see all the subjects have been changed, right? While keeping the cursor here, again you right click and click modify. Now get a screenshot. This is step 5. Let's go to the evidence document. Okay, let me click OK. Otherwise, I can't open the Word document. Over here, step 5. Right. Let me make it a little small. Always save before you leave from the Word document. Right. That part is done. Question number 6. Create and store the following style, basing it on the default or normal paragraphs. So we are asked to create another new style. Let's go to the right. Click on this. Okay, we don't need to go over here. Let me click on this drop down and click on this create style. Right. Over here, let's give the name TAC. You have to type exactly like this, right? TAC hyphen table. Hyphen table. It is sans serif. Sans serif is, the font type is Arial. So click on this modify. Second. As usual, I said that you have to look at, see, because of the mistake that I did, it has gone out. And so this accidentally, this can happen. So I forgot to look at where the cursor is blinking. So better you keep the cursor somewhere here to the title. So at any time we can change it. Okay, let's name it as table 2. Fine. Right. Font style is sans serif. Let it make it as Arial. And font size is 11. Alignment is left. And enhancements, no enhancements. Remove these, all the enhancements. Then this line spacing 0. Go to the format, paragraph. Line space is 0 and before and after also 0. Fine. Right. Now let me click OK. Right. So you can see immediately the title has been changed. So therefore, you go back and click on the title to restore its original. Save. Now the tag table 2 has been created. Again, right click, go to modify and take a screenshot. Yeah, create a paragraph. So the screenshot has not been asked, but anyway, I will put it over here. The same thing that you have to do. If the question asks you to take a screenshot, so follow the same, right? You have to first create and click OK. Then only after that you have to modify. Put it to the modify format, take the screenshot. This the question number 6. So if any image jumps to next page, make sure to push this down the step number to the next page, right? Don't keep the step number on one page and the image on another page, right? So next one is sort the bullet list from the books to travel into alphabetical order. Let's go to the document and let's see where are these bullet points. Okay, these bullet points have to be sorted in alphabetical order. For that, click and select all these bullet points. And the place where you have to sort this is, you go to the Home tab. Sorry. You go to the Home tab. Under this paragraph section, you can see over here the A to Z, the button. Click on this A to Z button, right? And the sort by paragraph, right? We don't have headers over here, no headers, right? And it is on the text and alphabetical order is ascending, A to Z. Now click OK. And now you can see it is sorted nicely. Okay. So that is done. Question number 8. Format the list so that the bullets are indented 1.5 centimeters from the left margin. Right. Let's go to the Word document. Right. So first of all, select all these bullet points. Then you go to the paragraph section, right? Under this paragraph section, come over here to the indentation. In this indentation, it says left, set it to 1.5. So I'm going to increase it. I'm going to continue, click on 2, 3, 4, 5. So I set it. This is the place that you have to set the indentation to the left or maybe to the right. In this question, it says it is to the left. Sometimes you may get this question with the indentation and asking you to align the text, align these bullet points exactly to the left margin. In that case, you have to come over here and set it to 0. Click OK. So it is set from the left margin 1.5 centimeters. See, you can see in the ruler, it is perfectly 1.5 centimeters. So import the image. Next one is import the image J2422 image JPG and place it in the paragraph beginning. The college has limited fund. So it has to be placed. College has limited fund. Let me find where is it. College has limited fund. Okay. So it has to be important. Place it at in the paragraph beginning. So it has to be beginning. Therefore, I'm going to click over here. So the cursor is blinking beginning of the paragraph. Now I go to the insert, click on pictures, this device. Right. So inside your source material file, you can find this image, click insert. and paragraph. And the other one is reflect the image so that the arrow faces to the right. So this arrow faces to the right. So click on this image, go to the picture format and come to the right side. Over here, you can see tiny right angle triangle. Click on this. And to the right mean word, it has to be flipped horizontally. Right? When you flip horizontally, so the side getting changed. Right. Format the image so that it is resized to width of 2 centimeters. Click on the image, go to picture format, and this is the place where you have the width. It is 2.09. Let me set it to 2.00, 2 centimeters. It's done. The text wrap around the image. Text has to be wrapped around the image. So to the right side, you can see the layout option. It has to be wrapped around the image. So I'm going to click over here. So the text is now wrapped around the image. It appears in the paragraph starting, the college has a limited fund aligned to the right of the column and the bottom of the text in that paragraph. Aligned to the right of the column. Aligned to the right of the column. Right. Let me. Right. I'm using the left arrow key. The right arrow key to move the image to the right side. So let me align to the right. Let me more to take. So I'm using the uh, right arrow on the keyboard. So I lined it, always save the document. Right. The next one is when clicked it to open an email editor ready to send a message to with the subject line. So we need to set up it when it is clicked an email to send. Right. And this is the email address. Click on the image and right click. And over here on this, click on the image, right click, go to link. You will get this window. For the email address, you type TAC at cambridge.org. TAC@cambridge.org. The mail to is automatically being written. The subject is Tawara Bursary. Tawara Bursary. So that's all we have to do this. So we were asked to take the place in evidence document screenshot showing the image, right? It is part of the question number 10. Let's take a screenshot of this. Click OK. And this is question number 10. Go to the evidence document. So now it is right. When you click the control click, you can go to the email. But anyway, when you keep the mouse point over there, you can see mail to address is appearing and the subject also appearing. That's Tawara Bursary. Right. Next one is locate the table in the document. So let's go to the table. Right. So this is the table. Delete the entire column and the contents with the heading price per week. Price per week. So this entire column need to be deleted, right? So you can delete it either by mouse pointer, keeping the mouse pointer just above the column, or I'm going to click inside the one of the cell in this column, and I go to table layout, and I come over here, delete. And delete, the option is you delete the delete columns. Right. Next one is format the first row of the table so that it becomes a single cell within the content center aligned over the three columns. Right. So that means I have to merge these three cells, click inside and move the cursor towards the right side and click merge. Right. Next one is it has a light gray 20 to 40% background fill. So then it is again here. The cursor has to be inside this. And let me click on the table design. Click on the shading. It has to be 30 to 40. Just keep the mouse over here. 35. So this is 35, 30 to 40. So 35 is much better. So select that 30 to 25. Right. So next one is from the left column, first column to have a width of 1 centimeter. Right. Merge all the cells of the first column. Right. Let me merge all these cells. Select all the cells. Let's go to the table layout and click merge. Right. The next one it says is text direction bottom to top. Bottom to top. You can right click here and the text direction and click on bottom to top. Let me click OK. Fine. Bottom to top. Right. So better click on this center and background color black and the font color is white. So let's go to the table design, change shading. Let me click on black color and let's go to the home tab. Let's select the entire text. Select the color to white and make it bold. Right. So the next one is it has to be 1 centimeter column. Right. First column is 1 centimeter. So click inside this column. Let's go to the design. Sorry, the table layout. Right. Over here, this is the cell sizes. This is set to 1.5. So I'm going to set it to 1 centimeter. Right. I set it to 1 centimeter. Take a screenshot evidence to show the column width. Set a spare. Okay. Place in your evidence document. Right. So let's take the screenshot. You better take the screenshot like this. So cover in the 1 centimeter. So this is question number 13. Let's go to the evidence document. Step 30. Fine. Take screenshot of evidence to show that the columns. So we took that. Let's go to the format the table so that apply the style. This has to be tag table 2, right? So I will correct it. Tag table 2 to only apply the style tag table 2 only to columns 2 and 3 of the table, right? So we created the style, and before that, all text in each row display in one single line. We have to correct it before doing anything. So click inside, you can see the column headings, column size controllers are here, right? Let's, over here you can see this, the text has been wrapped. Let me increase little slowly, little more. Right, fine, great. So now everything is in single row. After doing this one is correct. Tag table only to column 2 and 3, right? Only column 2 and 3. So we have to apply only to the column 2 and 3, the font style. That is tag table 2, right? Let me click on this. Okay, so this is applied onto the column, the tag table 2 and 3, right? Other things are in a different format. Right. Then 1 point black internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. Okay, for that, you click on this table handler. Then you go to the table design. There you can find it is set to 1.5 point. Right? You better go to the borders and shadings and set this width to 1 point. Right? And click on all because I have not given any specific thing. So all the borders become set to 1 point and click OK. Right. Everything is set to 1 point. Save. So there is a 6 point space after the table. So after the table, the 6 point has to be there. So it is difficult to have that spacing after the table. Therefore, it is easier with the paragraph. So click before the living, the cursor is blinking over here. Now you go to the paragraph section and set over here before to 6 point, right? 6 point. Now click OK. So it is creating a 6 point gap between the table and the paragraph. Right. Question number 15, place a cloud shape alignment to the top left of the paragraph starting student study here. So let's go down student study here. So to the left, the cloud shape. So it is resized to the width of 5 centimeters. Before that, let's go to insert and go to shapes. And over here, the cloud is. So one thing, my dear children, before going to the exam, right? Have a look on this. What are the shapes on this shapes drop down box, right? There is a scroll bar, scroll it down. The furthermore, there are some other shapes. Have a look on that. So then you can, if there is such a question, you can easily find what is the shape that you have to take. Okay, click on this cloud. Okay, I am going to draw it over here. Fine. And what it says is, it is resized to a width of 5 centimeters. So click on the cloud shape. On the cloud shape format, come to the size. It has to be 5 centimeters. Let me delete this and make it to 5 centimeters. Right? Fine. The outside edge of the cloud is black and 3 to 4 points. Right. While the cloud has to be selected, you go to the shapes and shape outline. It has to be width. Weight 3 to 4, so you better go for 3. Right. And shape outline has to be in black color. Right. Black. Then it is filled with a light gray, shading 10 to 25. Okay. Now go to the shading. It says 10 to 25. Let's see what is this. Come over here. 15. It is 25. 10 to 25. So this is much better. Let me click on that. Right. So always when you're selecting the color, if the color ranges have been given, slowly you keep the mouse pointer on top of each color, then you can see what is the range between. Then the text wraps around the shape. Text has to be wrapped around the shape. So you can see the layout option. Click on the layout option and you have to arrange the text around it. So you use the square. Right, now text is around the shape. Right. That's good. Enter the text. Enter the text. Student study. Right? Student study in the cloud shape created in step 15. So click on the shape, right click, and click on the edit text. I'm repeating. Click on the text, right click, and you will get editing. And it says student study. Student study. So this is in white color. Therefore, select it and change the font color to black. Let's see what else. 15. Format this text to display in a bold black font. So it has to be bold. So let me click on the bold. Right. It is also done. Make sure that the text fits within the shape and does not touch. So it is not touching any outline borders. Complete the shape should looks like this. Fine. Now we come to the final part of the paper, that is spell check and proofread the document. Make sure that the list and the table are not split over the columns or pages. And let's quickly scroll it up. It is not gone to any other columns. Right. Points are okay. Right. The other one is there are no widows or orphans, right? So let's see. I can see one word has jumped to the next page. So this should not happen. This is one of the widow or orphan. So ideally to set it, you select all. And let's go to the paragraph section. And let's go to the line and breaks. And put a tick. The right tick has to be marked there. And let me click OK. Right. So when you do that, you can see immediately more than one sentence brought into the next page. So it is not alone. Right. Right. So there are no blank pages. Let's go to the bottom. So there are no blank pages. If there are any blank pages, you click the cursor, bring the cursor to the end of this and press keep on deleting to delete all other unwanted pages. The original styles are maintained, subhead and changes in step 5. Spacing is constant between all items. So let's move up. All the spaces are fine. And here the space is little bit. Right. Now, okay. Now it is good. Save the document using the same file name and the format. And finally, you are asked to print the document. Okay. Let's go to file. So right now I'm setting to the, go to the print and click. I'm setting to the Microsoft Print to PDF. Now click print. So let me save it as the name what is given is the pamphlet, P-A-M-P-H-L-E-T. Pamphlet, I am going to put 0608. Let me save. Let me open the document. So great, everything is fine. Always before doing it, check whether the titles are correct, subheads are correct, everything is visible clearly, right? So everything is perfect. So this is all about the paper. Carefully do this exercise. So this paper, this model paper has covered almost all possible questions that would come. Practice it and go to the exam. Practice it before the exam. Okay, with everyone, wish you all the best luck.